Yeah. Smile. Smile. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna do this one the very right way. Try.
Oh, really?
Woke up in the morning with the sunshine.
Nice.
Animated birds on my power line.
There they go.
Mapping out my life, cause it's by design.
By design.
Checking on my friends, hope they doing fine.
Nice.
And all my fake friends put me on the shelf. I worry way less when I'm by myself.
Yeah.
But you can always call me if you need my help. I got the type of love that you never felt. Okay, all day, let me demonstrate. Throw bad vibes at my feet, I'ma levitate. My trajectory, yeah, that would never change. I'ma be me, even if I look strange. I be focused on life with no pain. Make a day from the night, cause I brought paint. I've been through hell, but for heaven's sake, I'm in my lemon car, sipping lemonade. I think I found my groove. I think I found my way. I think I found my mood. I think I found my way. Walking across the moon. I think I found my place. I think I found my mood. I think I smile today. Yeah. Everybody's showing money, I just show teeth. Yeah, that special type of riches that you can't beat. I got the special currency that you can't see. That special kind of happy, feel it in your feet. Tap, 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 stars in my backpack. Every time I get down, I'ma always snap back. Stepping on the planets just to get my little lift back. And if they acting like Uranus, tell them kiss that. Rest assured, I'm superb, I'm secure, I'm the cure. They will learn my trust, they'll earn. Haters, confirm, that's not my concern. I'm the best, I should act like it. In a very dark room, I'm the flashlight. I'm a good catch, like some nice white. And I'ma go and light a match if they gaslighting. I think I found my groove. I think I found my way. I think I found my mood. I think I found my way. Walking across the moon. I think I found my place.
What's up, my family? So let's jump right into it. Okay, so let me tell you this. This past weekend has been kind of challenging, but really good. Okay, as you seen, your girl is on there. Yes, your girl is up. We went to the Caribbean celebration, and they have made it an official day for Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay, so well, just for New Mexico. So it's popping. We already have the date set for next year, and next year we doing the whole carnival style. Okay, I'm talking about with the diamonds, the feathers. Okay, the thong. We doing it all, baby. We gonna be up there dancing. I did dance. It was hot. Okay, let me tell you that, y'all. I'm talking about when it was hot. My phone overheated. I was gonna record it. I didn't even think it was that hot, but unfortunately, it was. But it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. The dances went great. I couldn't imagine doing carnival for 8-9 hours straight dancing in a parade. Cause oh my God, I'm talking about putting in work. Okay. So yes. How y'all doing? What's up? Where y'all been at? I love y'all. I miss y'all. And I just wanted to, pop up on here and give a bounce update. Okay. So we got it in. We got the call done. Remember I was telling y'all for the next vlog, I was going to bring up the conversation, what was going on with the book. It was a great meeting. It was an amazing meeting. Okay. I really, really liked the man that I met with. He was really chill, really down to earth, really cool. And not only that, I think he feels my vibe and where I want to go in the direction of this. And it's looking great. It's looking great. So there's a lot of opportunities ahead, y'all. We're going to be on this journey of going from, writing books, getting on stages, possibly doing other bigger and better things. I don't want to speak on it right now. Because people get to hate when you speak on it. They get to hate it all the time. So, anywho, yes, your girl showed up with her Juve outfit, okay, rocking the hair. If you didn't see, I had the lime green, the white, and the blue hair, okay. It was multicolored, 36 inches, banging, okay. It did really well. It really was a hit. I got to meet a lot of new people. As you see, y'all met some of the people online that I showed, that was part of the African American, or the New Mexico office of the African American Affairs. Okay. I had already been doing some work with diversity and inclusion, actually, with one of the mayor's assistants here in New Mexico. And as you've seen, I signed up for some volunteer work because, I want to help my people. I'm putting the foot down. I'm doing it. I'm getting out here. I'm bootstrapping. And I said, however I'm going to start, however we're going to do it, we're going to make a change. I'm tired of sitting around here complaining about what needs to happen in our communities and our culture and what's going on and talking about solutions, and we ain't coming up with no key solutions. So I was thinking, guess what? Let's make a solution. For one, get out there, volunteer, do something, find out about your community, the disparities in your community, how your people is being treated, how you want them to be treated, and what you can do. Do what you can do. Whatever that is, if that's just volunteering, if that's donating, if that's giving to the cause, do what you can do, okay? Because over here we building, baby. Over here we building, okay? I had my health and wellness coach with me out there. Okay, I had my radio personnels and my communication coaches out there with me, and they really threw this together, okay? I mean, it was an amazing turnout. Now, some of the solutions I'm thinking, that's going on around here, Bounce, that we're just seeing, online, in culture, in things. For one, maybe a key solution is that we have an in-depth talk, a discussion, that we get down to the nitty gritty. We talk about the hard conversations. We talk about what people don't like to hear. We talk about how people are moving. Okay. And then we find those solutions. We get to that root. That root means we're going to have tough discussions about our actions, how we're portraying ourselves, how our future generations is looking at us, because we have the torch now, we have the baton, and it's up to us not to drop the ball. I see a lot of us, that's YG's era, OG-ish era, if that's what you want to call it, any of the range from like 30 to 45, 50, maybe 25-ish, has dropped the ball. You know what I mean? And we had our generations drop the ball on us in some ways. Okay, so we know how that feels. We know how it feels to be left out hanging. Okay, so we got to make sure we do something about that. Bounce. There's a lot of people that says there's 85% of people in the world is deaf, dumb, and blind. Well, if that is the case, wouldn't that be a disability? Aren't we supposed to advocate and speak for those who cannot speak for themselves, who cannot see for themselves, or cannot hear for themselves? Like, not everybody's going to get on that level to understand what's going on, but they understand what's going on because they can feel the energy. They understand that something's not right. A lot of the times people don't remember the exact thing that happened, but they remember how they felt. They remember how it affected them. And they remember what they could have done or should have done or will do better if it comes around. They will remember that energy if it comes around again and know how to act. And we are supposed to be here to implement those solutions. So I am very passionate about this. And as you've seen, we have the map, Bounce. As you've seen, we have the map to the Juneteenth celebration. Okay, so I'm like, as I'm getting into it, let me show you. I know it's backwards. Maybe I can flip this around, okay, so you can see it better. But as I was saying, there's a lot of things that we can be getting to as far as the solutions. But in order to do the solutions, yes, some people are right that when they say we have to talk about the root cause, we have to get to the root. And getting to the root means we got to go through all the dirt. Yeah, we got to do that, y'all. To get to the root, that means, guess what? We got to get our hands dirty and get to the facts and the nitty gritty of what the truth is for all sides, for all parties that is in this, okay? And then we have to figure out, as we do this, how do we heal each other from these things? How do we really discuss this without judging people? How do we make sure that we hold each other accountable for our actions and things that we do? If we're moving forward as a community, if we're moving forward as a black unit, if we're moving forward as our people that's building generational legacies. I said not just generational wealth, baby, not just generational wealth, generational legacies. Do you hear me? So, bounce. It was off to a great start. It was a great kick. I love it with the Caribbean celebration. I keep wanting to say Caribbean Fest, but the Caribbean celebration was a beautiful coming together of different people from different walks of life that wanted to celebrate the heritage of the Caribbean islands and their ancestors. And we got to get a taste of that life, okay? Now, as you were seeing, I was showing the different shops. If I hadn't put that up, I'm going to put that up, okay? Because that's a part of the vlog, okay? Because we got people in the 505 that's making their homemade, and not to say that anyone else ain't, but, you know, they was making some soaps that was smelling beautiful, okay? And I'm talking about medicinal herb soaps, okay? Look, I almost said it with the R, soaps. I don't know what that shit is. But bounce, you know what I mean? There was a woman there, 2 women there from Nigeria, you know what I mean, that was making their clothes, their beautiful skirts, their pants, the dresses, you know what I mean? And I mean, she was sizing people up, had it ready, okay, and it was straight from Nigeria, straight imported from Nigeria. You ain't gonna get that elsewhere. So not only that, I found someone that's a dress and design maker, okay? You ain't gonna get that just anywhere, okay, baby? All right. Okay, I'm talking about some unique treasures out here, okay? So that was a lovely start, a lovely day. I might put a video up so you can see that, to see the dresses. I recorded it because, you know, I'm like, your girl got to get in. I got to show y'all what we really out here doing, okay? We putting the foot down to the cement, and we walking out here. We some steppers. We getting this done, okay? So there's other things that's going to be coming up within the next year. I don't want to do it because I have partners in it. I don't want to say it too soon. But I do have a website for y'all to check out. It is a group that I am working within. These are my partners. These are my family. These are my community that I have grown to love and know here. Okay. It's the DTC, the Decided Together Collective. Okay. And we're further empowering and advancing our Black youth, our Black communities, and we're putting together a nonprofit organization. It's already put together, okay? But there's just some things that, you know, we have to go through. There's some things that we have to deal with, and everybody getting on board, okay? I have won a witch, okay? But the people that I've been working with that has been putting in the work, I appreciate y'all. And shouts out to Dame, Luella, and Sonny, okay? Shouts out to Dame, Luella, Sonny, Chris, who put us together, brought us all in, okay, originally. And it's been a couple of years. We've been building, learning each other, going on trips together, you know, getting really comfortable in our skins, and really supporting each other. You know what I mean? And it shows through, no matter what adversity, differences of beliefs or faiths or backgrounds, that we can come together as a unit, okay, as a collective, that's decided together that we're going to make a change, that we're going to do something different. Okay, so we're getting our foots grounded in New Mexico. I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy about it. So, bounce. So, y'all going to be going with me on Wednesday. On Wednesday. Ooh, why didn't y'all tell me I had some skin peeling on my nose? Ooh, don't do me like that, y'all. Don't do me like that. You could be like, hey, girl, you got something on your nose. Okay, so let me check this out. Let me check you out. Okay, let me check this out. Wednesday. Remember I was telling y'all on this last few vlogs of mine, that I was offered to be featured on a podcast. Well, that's coming up. And y'all are going to roll along with me, okay? I'm going to try, as I'm traveling, I'm trying to show y'all the city, the beautiful mountains out here. The terrain is beautiful, okay? And we're going to be doing a lot more things, okay? Now, not everything can be shown. Family, not everything can be shown. Not everything. But we've shown you how it's going to be done. I'm going to show you how we're getting this done and which way we're moving and how God is moving us, okay? Because I'm just moving with the flow of God, the Most High God. I'm just moving with the flow of the universe. I'm just moving with the flow of it. Okay, I am no longer resisting. Okay, we're going to see what happens. And I'm telling you, this is flourishing to be such a beautiful garden. that I'm tending to, okay? And I want y'all here with me, family, because you know what? It ain't just me doing this. Y'all are a part of this. Every step of the way, y'all support, y'all likes, y'all comments. You know what I'm saying? You watching, you seeing what's going on. I hope it inspires somebody. I hope it gets you motivated, and not just motivated, but actually bring you to a call of action, okay? I wanted to bring you to a call of action to do something in your local town, in your city, of what you can do. I don't care if it's going to go serve food at the homeless shelter, or going to go give clothes, you know, braiding up a couple of hairs for people out there, you know what I mean, giving someone a warm bath and a shower, okay, washing their clothes for them. There's many different ways that we can help, and we can start putting that light out in our towns, our cities, and our states where we at, and then can join and connect together, okay? But I'm telling you, it was so live. It was so live, okay? So yeah. So the next thing, bounce, I want to talk about is the New Mexico Black Student Alliance. Yes, we need it so much out here. I'm telling you, baby, bounce. I'm gonna give you a little taste of my experience. So as you know, the girl dropped out of high school, okay, when I was young. And of course I was young, but you know, practically my senior year, I dropped out, okay? I was working, I was going through a lot, you know, the hood stories, a lot of stuff was going on at that time in my life. Catch that in the book, okay. So, it was a lot of stuff going on, and I had moved out on my own at 16. What I do that for, I don't know. And you know, I had got a supervisor position when I was young, when I was 16, as a chef in a nursing home, and you know, it was real deal working. It was a real deal supervisor position. I had to be there. So, with all that transpired, I decided to drop out of school. I was getting too many truancies, stuff was going on. It was going to try to arrest my mom, all that, yada, yada, yada. So I decided to drop out. Okay. After that, I have been going to school ever since then. Okay. And catch that in the book. Catch that in the book. Because your girl has been to school. Okay. Now, I don't want to tell that right now because, you know, they might be on me. But still, colleges, everything, I have succeeded and I have went. Okay. So, I get here to New Mexico, and they didn't want to accept my high school diploma that I had, which was kind of odd. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna have to go through this process again, get a GED, yada, yada, yada. So, going through the state, I have worked with, HSD, as some know, or the Human, Services Department, DCF for some, SRS for some. And I get here and they have me go through this program, okay? I go through this program that's a part of the state to get my GED. And the teacher tells me, you know, you got to take your little exam when you first come in to see where you're at, your placement exam. And the teacher tells me, mind you, I was the only person that they couldn't get my results back in. The only one that just took weeks for them to find out what my test results was. Okay, I think it was only 2 black people. I think me and the other black girl got mixed up on our results, because tell me why they come telling me, well, when's the last time you've been to school? After they get the results, when's the last time you've been to school? Because as we're seeing, you have an education level of a 3rd grader. I said, what? I got an education level of a 3rd grader. Girl, I was just in BSN classes, okay, passing at the top of my class. I just went and did some, what do you call them, billing and coding classes. And you know those ain't easy when you're trying to take the test for the ICD-9 and the ICD-10 and all of those systems. Excuse me? 3rd grade. Mind you, I got employed at HSD, and they said I'm the most person that they have ever had that had the most experience and education to be in the position as an admin assistant. Okay, administrative assistant. So, which the admin up here runs the building at the HSD. Basically, it's the administrator. So, I'm like, okay, so what? Where'd you get? Mind you, they didn't show me my test. They didn't show me my test results. So I'm pissed off. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm pissed. Okay, I'm like, what you talking about? I just told everybody in the damn class how the hell to pass the GED class. How to pass the test. And the teacher had told me right before she told me my results. She told me, yeah, she got it right. Y'all, actually, that's what you need to do to pass the GED test. Okay, I knew the formula, everything. Okay, then on top of that, she pulls me to the side and tells me it's a shame that they hold minorities back here. And she cries to me and says it's just not fair on how they do minorities here. But if you stick with me, I will get you through this class. Mind you, they get paid for each person that stays in the class full on and then graduate. The teachers get bonuses and they get paid for you actually being there. And I'm like, so if you put me at a third grade level, you're going to have me doing test on test on test and keep staying here for over a year when it shouldn't take me that long because I've already gotten mine. So what are we on? That's what we're on, holding minorities back. I didn't think it was real. I was like, okay, whatever. It can't be me. Sure enough, it was. Mind you, we do a math equation problem and how I break it down and multiply it for a certain subsection, which was more of the upper level of high school. For a certain subsection, I did it by the decimal, and somehow I came up with the right answer, but I multiplied and divided however I did the equation. I couldn't remember the actual equation at this time, but I did it by the decimal, okay, the decimal. And she had never seen it been done in that manner before. So she was like, okay, well, how did you do this? I broke it down to her, how I did it, and the actual problem that she had given us at the time. And she was like, don't you know that that's fucking ingenious? Excuse my language. As you know, you may need to know I cuss on here. Okay, I don't curse, but I cuss. Okay. And she was like, that's ingenious on how you did that. Don't you know, she said that I gave other people the answers, helped them pass, and then they still come telling me after all of that, while I was waiting all day for those results, after 2 weeks of waiting, everybody had theirs like the third day of class. After 2 weeks of waiting, they tell me I'm on a third grade level, and when's the last time I've been to school, and can I prove that I've been to high school? Mind you, I had did another high school program in Kansas when I was back at home, and I had all honor classes because when I left out of high school, I had mostly honor classes, and the electives was different electives, okay? It was more like debate, acting, speech 1 and 2, acting 1 and 2, auto mechanics, wood shop, debate 1 and 2, which I was really good at debate, especially the research part. A foreign language for all 4 years. Okay, I already got accepted to an all Christian college in my sophomore year. So I was like, so now I'm not smarter than a third grader? That's when I learned, yes, New Mexico Black Student Alliance is necessary. Even my children had 4.5 GPA, 4.0 GPA, testing at college levels. Do you think they gave them honor roll? No. The year that my daughter was supposed to graduate, okay, do you think that they had it ready for them to take their SATs and ACTs? No. Didn't even have it scheduled. I have never had or heard of a school not having it scheduled for the students to take an SAT, and you got to call the SAT people themselves, the company itself, to schedule it for your child to take it. What I'm saying is the education system here needs a lot of help. So I definitely want to get into this New Mexico Black Student Alliance, which aligns more so into building the generational legacies, building up our Black community and our Black youth to be able to advance themselves and go further in their lives. And I mean in all ways, in literacy, in technology, in economics, everyday living, and just to overall give them a well-rounded experience that is the Black experience, but that doesn't mean it has to seclude everyone out of it. You know what I mean? Or every race out of it. It's for minorities, period. So yeah, that was my little experience here, and I was just like, okay, these people full of. But on the flip side of that, there's a lot of things that I have grown to appreciate about here in New Mexico. You know, what I mean, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different on how they take care of their people. It is a culture shock. If you're not from here, of course, but nevertheless, it is opportunities here. It is things that you can try and do, which I have grown and expanded here more than what I could ever dream of or even think of. So I'm grateful. You know what I mean? I'm grateful. So yeah, a lot of great things ahead. Bounce. So with the network, it's going to be under construction, definitely. And I'm in the process of getting that done, but I'm linking up with the people on Wednesday that can help me advance this, bring it up to par that I think it should be giving. Because, you know, I want it to be great. I want it to be great. And not for me, but for the experience of my clients and for the experience of the community that's in the network. And if we got a surprise that we're going to be bringing out with it, okay, you know, you always got that little something extra because, you know, you always got those who's going to be trying to copy and follow. Flattery, of course. So, you got to maneuver. You got to do things. You know what I mean? You got to strategically move. So, be ready for that. Be ready for that. But I don't want to give too much away. Why would I do that? Right? Got to move in silence. But there's some things that, you know, can be said. Things that can be done. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, this is going into a whole nother vibe. I'm taking and shifting things into a different direction. And definitely walking into my purpose. Okay. Yeah, we're going to get some healing on, baby. We're going to get some healing on because I feel like in Bounce, in our communities, we need a lot of healing. Before we get to anything about building, we need to heal. And we need to be around people who's ready to heal, that wants to heal. Not to say that you're broken, because you're not. I don't know who told you that lie, but you're not broken, okay? You are whole. There's just some wounds that we have to take care of. There's some treatments that we have to do to our soul and our body, okay? And we're going to get to that. Now, to get to that, as I was saying before, Bounce, we're going to have to dig into the hard conversations. We're going to have to talk about the things that's hard that people don't want to talk about. You know what I mean? We're going to have to dig off in there. You know what I mean? That means we're going to have to dissect every single thing and be comfortable enough with each other to be like, okay, this ain't right. I take accountability for this. Okay, yeah, we could do this better. Okay, let's work on this. All right, yeah, that wasn't the best image. Okay, but how can we advance this forward? And then get into the solutionist mindset. Okay. Definitely need a solutionist mindset. And after that words, then switch our gears to that systems thinking. And not the systems of the system, but our system. What we create, what we develop. You know what I mean? And in a fast way, because you know they watching. Hello. I know they watching. So yes, it will be amazing. Okay. So as I'm moving and grooving, you know, getting it down through there, learning this community, really meeting some people, putting it together. Okay, getting it together, putting it together, and working it together in the process of rebranding and rebuilding. Okay, expanding. We're just really taking the time and the effort to make sure that we are elevating ourselves, that we are leveling up ourselves. Mind, body, and soul and heart is aligned. Okay, and that we're all on the same page. Okay, that we all see the same goal. Okay, now we might have different avenues, we might have different routes to get there, we might have different ideas, and that's beautiful. Please bring that in. Bring that on in, because we want that. We want different avenues. We want different mindsets. We want different people to add their je ne sais quoi to it, because I can't build this alone. This community ain't just for me. It's for us. Okay, it's for all of us that's here. Bounce. So you know your girl is so excited that we got some more members to the community, okay, to the channel of Sacred Space on YouTube. And let me tell you what, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Now, I know y'all like, dang, you've been on here for a minute. You only got 270 people. Guess what? Don't do me. Don't come for me. Because I got 270 people that's rocking with me. That's rocking with me. Some may not be, but for the most part, they rocking with me. And I'm loving every minute of it. I am grateful. I'm grateful. That's another thing. Bounce. Back to the attitude of the gratitude, okay? Go back and check out them videos, because I'm telling you what, the attitude of gratitude is so necessary to get through things. You know what I mean? Like, I had me a little hurtful experience, okay? I won't go deep into it, because I don't want to. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to go like that into it, because that's just going to bring a level of energy that I don't want in my life. You know what I mean? So it's like, how are we going to keep pushing forward? Guess what? I don't know who this may be to, but you could be going through a situation where you really have put your hopes, your dreams, and everything into it. And you realize that, you know, it may not work out the way that you may have wanted it to, but it's going to work out the way that God wants it to. And yes, don't get it twisted. That hurts. It hurts when it does. You may have done everything right. You may have done what you think you could do better. You may have went and healed. You may have went and changed your perspective about things. You may have done just about everything that your mind can fathom, besides giving it to the Most High God. Okay? And it might be something that just might tear your heart up. Something that you might find out, a revelation about things that you like, wow, really? Again? I thought we was better than that. I thought we was moving forward. I thought it was this. I thought it was that. Yada, yada, yada. But then you find out, okay, I missed the red flags. My intuition was telling me. I knew it was going to be something. I just didn't want to speak it out loud. I didn't want to put it to that manner. I didn't want to think that way of that person or this thing or this company or whatever it might be. And it kind of hurt. It kind of bruised your heart a little bit. It hurt. My suggestion and what I personally done is Reiki healing. I've done some Reiki healing. I've done some meditations. I listen to my motivational speeches. I remind myself of who I am. I get up every day with a smile, and I make sure I am grateful for who I have and what I have, and I walk in the attitude of gratitude. Sometimes you got to put that attitude of gratitude on. Sometimes you're not feeling it. Sometimes you don't want to be happy. Sometimes you don't want to sit here and really go through the monotonous emotions of dealing with certain situations. But at the end of the day, it's all for a purpose. It's all for you to learn, and it's all for you to grow. Okay? So with that being said, you got to suck it up and be like, you know what? I'll give this to the Most High God. I'm going to keep on moving forward. And anytime I feel that that feeling of that, just that downness, that feeling of, damn, why me? That feeling of, guess what? Oh, man, it's happening again. That feeling of, I'm let down. I'm disappointed. I'm hurt. I can't believe you. I can't trust you. I can't feel this situation. This is not where I'm supposed to be. Take it as that. That is just God moving things out of your way for your betterment. It may hurt right now, but it's going to be all right, because that's making room for something else to come in, baby. It's making something else come in. It's allowing it to come in when you holding on to something so hard and so much that you dreamed about so much that it's just not happening. It's just a dream. Sometimes we have to differentiate what's just a dream and what's a dream that we can bring to a reality. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, what you sad for? What you upset for? Because you know what? You got your life. You got your family. You got everything going for you. It's a little setback. It's a little something that may hurt a little bit, but you got it. So to whomever that may need to hear it, even to myself, you got it. You got this. Okay? You glowing still. Don't let nobody take your glow. Don't let nobody take your joy. If you don't get nothing else in this world, you sure in hell get joy, and don't let nobody take it. Don't let nobody have it. And remember, can't nobody do nothing to you unless you allow them to. This is why you must forgive yourself. This is why forgiveness is key to yourself. Because can't nobody do nothing to you unless you allow them to. Even if it's unbeknownst to us. Even if it's subconsciously. Even if we didn't think we allowed it. we need to go back, look into ourselves, find out, what did I allow? What was that yes that I didn't know I was saying yes to? What was that agreement that I didn't know I was really agreeing to, or what the terms of the agreement meant? What is that in my life that I'm like, okay, this is unsettling. This is something that's just, it's just not for me. I thought it was. I thought I was in the right spot, but then it's like, the goalposts change and I'm no longer in the right spot. You know what I mean? And be grateful that we can discern it. Because you know what? There are people out there that people believe that there is deaf, dumb, and blind people that don't know the difference. And if you have the blessing, the anointing, the gifts from God, the touch by God, okay? And I mean the Most High God, the Creator. Then you have everything you need to go. If you feel like you lack in love, guess what? You have the Most High God. You got everything you need to go. If you feel like you are lacking in any way, or you feel like you are just missing out, like you want that love, or you want that job, or you want this position, you want to be able to get your foot out here and help somebody, you want to be able to do this, but you don't know how to transition your life to be able to be in that position, to be ready. Remember that you got the Most High God, okay? And he's always there with you. When you feel like you're lonely, the Most High God is there with you. He don't change up on you. He don't switch up on you. I'm telling you that. He do not switch up on you. And remember that when you are out here, including myself, and you are doing that work, and you are working in your purpose, remember, you may be the first person that someone encountered God with. You may be the first person where someone encountered, what's the Most High God? Well, what does he do? How does he love me? How did he get here? You may be the first person even to teach them or to show them the ways, or that they're loved by the Most High God. Because maybe they never seen it. Maybe they've been somewhere under a rock and you didn't know. Maybe they've been somewhere that's been just holding them back from everything. Maybe there's been somewhere where they trained and programmed their mind to a certain extent that they just have never seen anything outside of that box and that programming. Always take that approach. Always remember, maybe you don't know. Now, I can't blame you if you don't know. But if you do, that's something different, right? So I try to make sure I approach things in that manner, and always remember that you never know when you can be entertaining an angel. And that angel just might be God. You never know. You never know who you just might be entertaining. And think about it in the positive way. Think about it in the good way. Think about it in the way that makes your glow from within shines even brighter. Now, bounce for the challenges. Okay, so I did have some challenges this weekend. It was just one, okay, and it was with the place I'm with right now, and something happened with our doors, okay, and we couldn't get in. It was hot. We were sitting outside for hours. They was playing around with us. They was acting like they couldn't get maintenance. They was acting like they didn't know what to do. They was acting like, oh, you might just have to go and take another little place. We might have to accommodate you for some a place that was a downgrade. First off, not even rectifying the situation. And just playing with us, acting like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what to do. We're going back and forth, okay, with the front office. We're going back and forth with them for hours. Finally, I decided to say, okay, well, if y'all going to play this game and act like we can't get into our place, then I'm going to have to call a locksmith, okay? I'm going to have to make some calls. I'm going to have to figure out something, find a solution, okay? Because this can't happen. So I call a locksmith. And I look at the particular locksmith for like businesses, certain stuff that they may do, the specialties of the type of locksmith work that they do. And I call him. I call the locksmith, and right off the gate, and I'm going to bring this around where it was a bigger message for me, okay? But let me just tell you. So I get on the phone with the locksmith. They're like, okay, what's going on? Locksmith. And it was kind of weird. It almost felt like an intercepted call. Like, I don't know if it was from Almighty God. I don't know who this person was, but it didn't feel like the normal locksmith's business. Like, it wasn't like someone answered their phone and was like, yes, this is such and such business. Locksmith, how can I help you? No, it was just like, locksmith, And I'm like, message. I'm hearing a download right there. Locksmith. What's gridlock? What's locked in my life? What's blocking me right now in my life that I need a locksmith for? Okay, so I called the locksmith. Follow me. Stay with me, okay? So the locksmith was like, okay, where you at? I tell him where I'm staying at. He was like, oh, no, let me tell you this right now. He was like, let me tell you something. Spanish man. He's like, let me tell you something. He was like, don't back down. He's like, they have to legally let you into your place. They cannot withhold it. They cannot not find a reason or a way to get you into your place. Everything is upstanding. And if that's the case, then yes, they need to be finding a way to get you in. Now, if they want to call a locksmith, they will have to call me and pay for me to come out there, not you. It's not your responsibility for you to pay. It's not your fault that it's going on because they're not taking care of their property. And don't back down to them because they're lying to you. I said, whoop. Who's this man? Mind you, he didn't say his name at all. And I'm like, who's this man? What? Word. I said, you know what? You're right. And for some reason, it just gave me that oomph. That little oomph I needed. And in many different ways in my life. So he was like, no, you tell them, you go up there and tell them, look, I need you to get my door open now. If not, I'm going to need you to call a locksmith because it's your responsibility to call the locksmith. And don't lie because it's illegal for you not to let me into my place. And if you don't want to handle that measure, then I'm going to go ahead and have to call the cops. I listened. Thank you, universe. I listened. Okay. When people think you don't listen, baby, guess what? I listened. Clock that. So I goes up there. Stern me. Okay. Now I'm really proud of myself because normally my old self, after life coaching and healing and doing a lot of soul work, because I don't want to say dark night of the soul or, devil work, but you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of myself because normally when I got my disabled mother that's out here that needs to take her medication, she's in the heat, things is transpiring. We've been sitting out here all day. It's hot. We've been working all day. We've been out there at the festival, and you playing with me, knowing that you playing, knowing that you can find a solution, know that you can move a lot faster than what you're doing. You're just not doing it. You're just not showing up. Ain't nobody answering the phone. Ain't nobody answering the door. Ain't no maintenance man. Oh no, that's usually for the old Reveal. That's that crash out. I'm not even playing. That's that crash out. Oh, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. So, of course, I go up there poised, graceful, and assertive. Not mean. A lot of people think being mean, that you're being mean, but you're not. It's really assertiveness. Sometimes it is mean. When it gets, the intentions, cruelty, all that crap. So I go and I talk to the lady. Mind you, of course, record. And I told her simply, calmly, and peacefully. Yeah, I need to know what's going on with my door and what's going on with my place. Because it has been too long and I think this situation needs to be rectified. And if we cannot get this situation rectified, then I'm going to have to go ahead and call the locksmith that you're going to have to pay for. Now, it's illegal for you not to let me into my place. And I know that for a fact. The lady says, yes, it is. She couldn't do nothing but break down and be like, yeah, it is. You're right. It is. And I said, okay. Well, I don't know what's going on, but we need to figure this out. I have a mother that needs to take medication. She's already missed it, and we cannot miss this medication because of her condition. Okay, so knowing that, either we find a solution to get up in this place, or I'm going to have to go ahead and call the cops. And she said, okay, well, we're working on it. I will let you know. Mind you, they didn't never let us know. So the other place that they arranged for us to make it accommodable, I will give them that. They did try to accommodate us. It was okay. We sat there for about a good 35 minutes, right? Yeah. About 35 minutes. And next thing you know, I'm like, okay, let me call my kids and see what's going on, see if they okay, because they were sitting over here holding down the fort. They like, ain't nobody about to come through our place. They trying to be slick. Now somebody want to go through our house and try to see what's up now. So I call them and they're like, oh yeah, we just got in the room. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we just got in our house. We just got in our room. Like, we're in our rooms chilling right now. And I'm like, what? How? They were like, oh, they got in. Oh, they got in. So we've been sitting out here for hours. And oh, they got in. I said, ooh. If the locksmith didn't unlock the problem. Okay? If the locksmith didn't find a solution that quick. Okay? Now, I said, now, now look at that from a spiritual point of view. Look at that from a spiritual point of view. You go to the locksmith, the Most High God, and you like, they locked me out. They locked me out. They trying to play with the door. They trying to play with my apartment. They trying to play with where I'm living. I think they trying to go through things. They trying to take things. Something's off. Something ain't right. I don't know what they doing, but something ain't right. We tried 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 times, literally 7, 8 times to make sure that we handle this situation in the proper manner with class and grace that we should handle it in. Okay? Very, very respectful and for the most part, professional, with poise, as I said. So I said, ooh, well, maybe God is working on something that he got to be the locksmith on, okay, and unlock. And maybe he just don't even have to show up to come and unlock it. Maybe he just needs to tell you the direction to say, stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Don't let them intimidate you, because that's what the locksmith said. Don't let them intimidate you. Don't back down. Go in there and you tell them directly what it is. So I don't know if that's a message to someone or how it came through, but baby, it was a message for me. You go in there, wherever there is, the rooms that you being spoke about that you ain't even been into. And when you get there, you go in there and you go with poise, grace, class, and assertiveness. Okay? And say, hey, this is it. This is what it is. This is the rules or whatever it may be. I know this for facts. I'm giving you facts. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm not giving you my feelings. I'm not giving you my emotions. I'm giving you facts. I need this to be handled and taken care of in a timely manner, preferably. And I'll wait. And watch God work. Watch God work. And I'm talking about 30 minutes. Watch God work fast. Watch the clock. Watch how God works fast and be like, oh, unlocked. You're in. Unlocked. Let me tell you. Because I'm telling you, I mean, it was some trying times where it would really put you on edge. Like, it's hot. I don't know what out here. We sitting out here having to be on this dirty ground, sitting here waiting, and can't nobody find a solution. Well, guess what? You might just have to call the locksmith, the Most High God. Because he got every key you need to every door. He knows every key that you have to every gate you need to get through. He knows every key and knows how to make it and design it for every situation. Okay? So don't be locked out of your own self. Don't be locked out of your life. Don't be locked out of what's your purpose. Don't be locked out for what's for you. Because there's always going to be someone there trying to hold it back. Always trying to be there to hold it back. But you know what you do? You go ahead and you dial up that locksmith. Called the Most High God. And watch things come open. Watch things pop open. Watch it just all of a sudden just change. All of a sudden, watch people's tones change. Watch how they just go from just being ignorant and don't care and just like whatever they could treat you any old type of way to, excuse me, but we need to come and recalibrate your door. Get that gem. Get that jewel. We need to come recalibrate your door. I'll drink my water to that. I'm telling you, it was really on my nerves, and I had to, be somewhere by a certain time constraint that someone was just putting on. Yeah, girl, I know. Anywho, yeah, a certain time constraint, you know what I mean? We had things to do, people had to go to work, and it caused us, to actually have to call in, because it was a minor emergency that could have been handled very simply, very, very quickly. But it was just the people was choosing not to because whatever reason, I don't know. And that's the thing that I've been learning, bounce. Another thing that I will say, in this last couple of weeks and these journeys that I've been going on, it's just like people will do things to you and they don't have to have a reason, a why. Like some people might be like, okay, so why is this happening to me? What would make you do this to me? What would make you act this way? What would make you just nonchalantly not give a damn like this? And that's their choice. It's free will. They can do that. But so yeah, it was a lot. Sorry, I had to pause. I had to say something to my mother, so sorry for the interruption. But now that I'm back, so bounce. So yeah, you never know what might just unlock. You might have to just give a call to the locksmith, okay? And it might just unlock some things quicker than what you expect, just from the right things, the right way to say things, okay? To say what you need to say and how to stand up for yourself. So you know that was a learning lesson for me, and it was definitely. I feel like it was definitely the Most High God talking to me. And not only that, I forgot to mention, I had been praying too. I was like, oh no, this situation can't happen like this. I called on my angels. I called on the Most High God. I called on my spiritual team, my counsel, and my ancestors. I said, go ahead and intercede. Do what you got to do. Show me what to do. Because I will crash out. Show me what to do. Because you know what I mean? The crash out energy ain't my energy no more. Even though it still bubbles up sometimes where it be like, oh, you playing with me, right? Yeah, you playing. There's other ways to handle it. So, and as we all know that, but it's just the point of when you get to that progression in your life, in your journey. You know what I mean? So, I had told this the next thing. I have to tell y'all this. So this the next thing. So as I'm sitting in the other accommodation with my mother, I left the door wide open because I was like, I don't want to be in here. It stink. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So, so we just sitting here like, okay, I had already had that talk. So I'm like, what they gonna do? They gonna have to make a move because I don't like calling the cops. Personally, I've had bad experiences with cops. I'm not saying it's all cops, but yeah, I don't like cops. And it's not because of what they do or whatever. Their job is their job. But it's just the type of people that works as cops that I've came across has not been very helpful, protective, and they're funny. Okay. Very funny. So, I have built this kind of biasness from my experience. I'm learning to grow out of that. Okay, we listen and we don't judge. So, transitioning out of the hood. You feel me? So, I was thinking, I was like, no, angels, intercede. I need my angels right now. I need y'all to come intercede. Some people might find that to be evil. Some people might find it to be whatever. I don't care. Right now, I'm telling you. And I look out the door. Mind you, it was no birds around. It was no like people tearing up no pillows, nothing like that. And I see this pure white feather. Fluffy, and it looks different. This feather is not just like a regular like dove or bird or pigeon feather. It's like it was very fluffy and just flowy, and it just kept rolling right there in the same spot. Even though the wind was blowing, it should have blown it away. It didn't. It just kept rolling in the same spot. And I said, ooh, my angels are here. Whenever I see those pure white feathers like that, I'm like, oh, my angels is here. My Starseed family is here. Okay, because I'm calling in help. Calling the help from the Starseed family if you are a Starseed family member. Okay, the message, call in that help. Okay, they are there for you. Don't ever get that misconstrued. Okay, so let me tell you, at the same dang time, later on, we get in our apartment, we doing our thing, and I start telling my kids about it. And I'm like, yeah, I already, because my kids know when it gets down to it, I'm the first one to be like, angels, my family know, I'm calling in it, universe. I asked to call down justice on this because this ain't right. Mind you, justice almost came to it, right? Okay, so we talk about it, and I tell them, you know what? I knew my angels. I knew it was going to change. I knew my angels was there. They responded quickly because, look, I seen a white feather just out of nowhere. It wasn't stuck to nobody's car. It didn't come out of nowhere. It was just set there. Like I just looked before, and I was sitting right there staring outside, like, what's going on? and it wasn't nothing there. I go on the phone call, talk to the man, go up front, come back, and sitting there chilling. I turn back around, and there was the feather. Okay. Mind you, it's been people walking by, like it's a wall right there. So anything that will be blown from the wind, it wouldn't just really come around in that area the way it's designed. So I'm like, my angels was there. I tell my kids that. My kids tell me, that's so funny you say that because, Mom, check this out. We seen feathers too. And it was weird. My daughter tells me it was weird because there was no birds around. There was no bird nests. Like, we didn't see no pigeons. Like, nothing. It was just white feathers that just appeared. She was like, it was like 2-3 feathers. And I said, well, dang, we must have seen it at the same time. Because a little bit after that, after I seen it, they said it was a little bit before they got into our apartment. So that was right before I called them to ask them what's going on. Are y'all okay? And they was like, we got into the apartment. So I'm like, ooh, divine timing is at play. Okay, divine timing is at play. Notice when your angels is around, when you call them, whatever that may be for you, whatever the sign is for you. It could be, for me personally, 1111. My angels is telling me to listen, pay attention to my surroundings. Okay? Or 111. They have a message for me. They're trying to contact me. Either way it goes, 1111, 111 is my numbers, and it's like, okay, we're trying to contact you. I have been seeing the multiple numbers for years now. Okay, for like the last 4 years, I just started coming into sync with these numbers. Where every time, every single day, for like 2 years straight, I looked at the clock. It was 333, 444, 555, 1111, 1212, 111, 222, 1010. You know what I mean? Like 909, 606, 333. Everywhere. Every clock on billboards, 999 on people's license plate tags, all types of stuff. So it got really intense there until I started learning about the angel numbers, and I started learning that, you know, someone, my angels is trying to contact me. Okay. So, I had seen all that. Okay, my kids told me that, and I was just like, that's amazing. Like, that is amazing. Like, what if it's at the exact same time? You know what I mean? And it was. So, make sure you pay attention to the signs. Make sure you are following the guidance that God gives you, however you get that guidance for you. Because it's personal and it's detailed to everyone, because every individual has their own personal relationship with God, or they may not. And you'll receive it how you are meant to receive it. It's just the point of starting to notice those things, starting to become aware of that as you are awakening. So yeah, out of all of that challenge, that was the good things that I've seen out of it, and that, yeah, the situation was rectified. So yeah, so it was kind of a crazy little weekend. We had a lot to do, a lot running around, working, but for the most part, overall, everything is Gucci. You know what I mean? I felt like I lost a couple of people, you know, some people that just, you know, maybe falling away, becoming distant, and that's okay. That's okay. Ooh, and it was 1:01:19. Stop it. Stop it on the clock. Stop it on the clock. And oh my God, see, it's happening now. It was like 01:01:33. See, okay, here we go. Thank you, angels. Thank you for the message. I don't know what it's going to do, who is going to help it. I pray that it helps you. I ask that it impacts you. I ask that it gets you going. I ask that you put your foot out there and you like, you know what? If she can do it, I know I can do it. If she's getting it done, guess what? I'm going to get it done. Speak your affirmations. Keep moving forward. Keep glowing. Keep showing up. And baby, I'm going to keep showing up too. I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog, okay? It was a mini like sit down vlog, sit down talk session. I'll break it up a little bit so it won't be too long for those who don't like to, you know. I got my people that be like, okay, I'm going to watch for a couple seconds, but I ain't going to do an hour. And that's okay. I understand. Okay, and then there's some that rocks for the whole hour. I understand. But either way it goes, thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me in this vlog I'm giving. And I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you continue to glow. And guess what? I'll put the videos up. The next little mini bounce vlogs is going to be the meeting. It's going to be the meeting. Now, there's going to be some things I'm going to cut. There's going to be some things I'm going to cut out of that. Okay, because let me get to it first. Let me get it done first before we go too far up in it. You feel me? And then we'll continue forward. So be ready. Wednesday, we got another vlog. I'm recording. Okay, now when I get it up, might be different from Wednesday. Okay, because I got to do some editing in between working and doing life, period. But doesn't everybody? So be ready for that. And be looking out for the podcast. Be looking out for the podcast. There's going to be more to come. There's going to be more to come.
Now she on a higher level, you gotta be on.
What can I say? Signing off. I love y'all. Keep showing up. Like I said, keep showing up. Come on home. Come on over to the sacred space. We're going to keep it one thou wow. Him. Okay, we're going to keep it one thou wow. Him. Okay, we're going to respect you. We're going to love you. We're going to love on you. We're going to help heal you. We're going to walk through it with you. And guess what? The girl Ravel ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. So, I will see y'all later. Catch me on the next one.
Everybody's singing and they standing on chairs. I only got your song in my ears. I'm singing like I see her from across the room and I wanna know her name. I wanna touch her skin real